Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Thursday night, and you know what that means. It's time for your TNA Event Center Wrestling Report. And now here's the man to give you that report, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977, episode number 1978. 1978, where the Red Sox and Yankees battled for the one-game playoff, and the Red Sox lost, unfortunately. But nonetheless, I was a year old when that happened, and everything else in between. And that means after this episode ends, we'll be 22 episodes away from the epic of 2,000 episodes of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. And all I gotta say is this: I'm really excited. Tomorrow will be my final work day of the work week, as I have Saturdays off. So I'm totally excited about it, and so I am just I'm just. We're gonna talk about what happened on TNA in San Antonio, Texas. TNA Impact Live. GM Miller looks gorgeous. Ace Austin, gotta hand it to him. He knows how to pick him. Interviewed Santino Marella. He says he got a surprise. He's not going to reveal anything. But, San Antonio, I've been thinking, is Shawn Michaels in TNA or something like that? I don't know. But Joe Hendry kicks off TNA as the new world champion and addresses the San Antonio crowd and issues an open challenge for the title. Santino Marella comes out and says, I got somebody who's going to answer your challenge. Matt Cardona shows up, and that TNA title match would happen later in the night. And Eric Young decided to chop Josh Alexander and at Genesis, and then Young did talk to Steve Macklin, and then Alexander interrupts them, and he shakes hands, and Steve Macklin doesn't trust Josh Alexander. We'll see what happens there. GM Miller once again interviewed Nemec brothers. Nick Nemec says he'll explain himself next week about what his future holds and all that after losing the title. And then George Iceman, the Punchstone concierge, addresses San Antonio, introducing Ash and Heather by Elegance as as Rosemary teamed up in a Knockouts Trios matchup, or 6-woman tag, with Matza Simovic, the TNA Women's World Champion, and Spitfire, Danny Luna and Jody Threat, the Women's Knockouts Tag Team Champions. And during the match, Cora Jade from NXT showed up and handed Matza Simovic a purple envelope, and has a picture of Matza Simovic sitting at the NXT PC arena with an X crossed out, mocking Matza Simovic's calling card, and it distracted her to the point where it cost her team the match, as Rosemary and the by Elegance connection, the Elegance connection I like to call them, Ash and Heather by Elegance, win the matchup. And then Josh Alexander and the Northern Armory addresses San Antonio crowd, mostly Josh Alexander. He says, I want to end my career in TNA like the person that I used to be. And he looked at the Northern Armory and said, listen, I'm leaving TNA after this. You guys are on your own. You guys can do it. I believe in you. I went to bat for you. The Machine Guns went to bat for you. You guys can do it. And then he looked at, and Travis Williams goes, no, you can't leave. And then as Judas Icarus is about to go nuts, Williams chop blocks Alexander from behind. They both attacked him. Eric Young comes to Alexander's aid and then challenges Northern Armory to a tag match, which will happen next week. Meanwhile, in a non-title match, the Hardys versus Moose and JDC, and the Hardys came out on top of that matchup. And then while the celebration happened, the number 23 keeps on interrupting the Hardy celebration. Sami Callihan had enough of this, came out, addressed the San Antonio crowd. Now, here's the situation here. Sami Callihan and PCO were a tag team. PCO had made an appearance in Game Changer Wrestling, aka GCW, with the TNA Digital Media Championship and started smashing it with a sledgehammer, saying that he's basically done with TNA. So, where does it go from here? Here's a storyline. Sami Callihan, decided to call out who's behind 23. Steph DeLander makes her return, wears a jacket named 23. Says, number 23 is me. And I am the new digital media champion. I want it in a divorce. It seems like in the storyline, Steph DeLander and PCO were married, but now they're divorced in the storyline, and she won the title in the divorce settlement. And he says, I'm going to introduce you to my boyfriend. Who's the boyfriend? Well, lights went out. Lights came back on. The Southern psychopath himself, Mance Warner, attacks Sami Callihan from behind, and looks like he's holding the digital media title. He is now the digital media champion. I don't know what Santino Marella is going to do about that. I don't know if that's an actual legit. They're going to make it legit. We'll find out. But he attacked Sami Callihan. Maybe they should vacate the title and the two of them can fight for it. Who knows? So, but PCO is especially done with TNA. Now, unfortunately, that's too bad because, like I mentioned, with the partnership with WWE and TNA, PCO could make a return to the WWE in about 27 years. No, 37 years because, 27 years. Yeah, 1988 to 2025. No, 37 years. Wait a minute. Wait. Let me get the calculator for a minute. Let me get the calculator here for a minute. Yeah, 27 years. I was right. Yeah, 27 years. So, because that was the last time PCO made an appearance in the WWE when he was known as Pierre the Quebecers. When the tag team division was pretty hot back then too, during the Attitude Era between 97 and 98 with all the gangs and all the stables and all that. So, it would have been a great thing to see. Anna Grace, the liaison, aka Miss NXT and TNA, and joined on commentary with the matchup for the tag team titles, Fraxium and the Rascals. But then Wes Lee gets involved, along with Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe, costing the Rascals and Fraxium and retain the titles. Mike Santana addresses the San Antonio crowd, telling where he's going to go from here. Then Mustafa Ali interrupts Santana, saying he's officially signed a contract with TNA, and he's back, and he says he's going to make TNA great again, and all this good stuff. And Mike Santana's like, what's up with this guy? So there's that. And Tessa Blanchard, addressing the San Antonio crowd, they booed her right out of the building, and I should know because our friend Chayton Long has explained that on the live chat. But Tessa Blanchard got booed, and she's talking about her family's legacy, and it says that her grandfather had a professional wrestling cable show before the WWE wasn't even a thought. So Joe Blanchard got the ball rolling there. Probably the Andy Kaufman, Jerry Lawler feud wasn't even a thought. So she was bragging about her family's legacy, and she says she's going to prove that when she's going to prove that in the ring. Tully Blanchard was in attendance to see his daughter, and Frankie Kazarian joins on commentary as the TNA World title was on the line, as Joe Hendry defends it against Matt Cardona. Joe Hendry's Therese title defense, and Matt Cardona was resorting to rule breaking to try to get the job done. Grabbed the title at one point, and then John Layfield, aka JBL, comes out and knocks out Cardona with a clothesline. Joe Hendry took advantage of that, hits the standing ovation. 1, 2, 3. Joe Hendry retains. So, does JBL believe in Joe Hendry? That's the thing. So, we shall see even what happens there. So, don't know about you guys, but that was a crazy deal. So this is the fallout from Genesis, by the way. So, is Fraxium going to have a problem with Tyreek Igwe and Tyson DuPont getting involved in the matchup? Are the Rascals decided, well, they're going to need an ally against Wesley, Tyreek Igwe, and Tyson DuPont, possibly Myman Reed. We don't know. We'll see what happens on NXT this coming Tuesday. Thank you very much. I want to thank everybody for tuning into the show. I want to thank you guys for watching. Episode 1978 of the show will be 22 episodes away from 2000. I want to thank everybody. So what's going on? Tomorrow is my final day of the work week because I'll be having Saturdays off, so I got a lot of extra time on my hands over the weekend. So Bullseye tomorrow, SmackDown tomorrow, and we'll also be joining with Jill and Jordy. So I'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Rest of your day. Have a good night's sleep. Until next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, door for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.